Hey y'all, it's me, April Kamaya, and you have reached my third episode of my podcast called April After Dark, Raw and Uncut. If you are at home, in the car, or at work, just come and listen to an unedited version of me that will focus on topics such as sex, relationships, friendships, dating, social media, and reality TV. So if you like what you hear, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, or share my videos and help grow with me. So, you guys, of course, I got to get into this Real Housewives of Atlanta episode. So, we're going to get into it. So, this is season 14, episode 15. All right, so we leave off at the dinner table where Ross stands up and he finishes his statement, which is, "Don't F with my wife. I don't do that. SHIT." So he gets up from the table. Of course, Sonia runs after him. Says there was a misunderstanding. To me, I'm not understanding what the misunderstanding is. Like, everyone is saying that there was a misunderstanding, but I would like to be clear on who was the misunderstanding from. Did Kenya and Sheree not show up on time? Or did Sonia, like she said, lose the phone, stop communicating, and I don't know what happened, but I don't have a clear understanding. So maybe if someone else has a clear understanding of what happened, please let me know. So Sonia, is talking to her husband. She says she doesn't. She says, why would they do that to her? And I'm thinking, like, why wouldn't they? Like, Kenya and Sonia have valid reasons for what they are feeling. They felt like you invited them. They said, and this is what I'm going off of what they said. They said they showed up on time, the bus is gone. So in their minds, what the heck happened? And they're just trying to get some clarification, and you getting defensive, and I'm not understanding why. Because if it was really a true misunderstanding and you really didn't mean to, then it would really come off like that. And then it's coming off like you getting called out on some shit and you don't like it. And so I feel like in this case, I feel like Sheree and Kenya are more on the right, because I feel like if you really didn't have nothing to do with it, you would stand on your word and be like, nah, y'all tripping. But I feel like they have their reasons. So Ross, of course, in the confessional explains why he said what he said. He said he sees his wife drowning, he gonna always save his wife. I guess in the real world, that might be understandable, but on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, no man stands up at a table with mostly women talking about don't F with my wife. You don't do that shit. You use 2 cuss words, you stood up aggressively, and you talking to ladies. Like, no, I don't think so. That don't fly with me, but you'll learn. You won't do that shit again. So let's see. Drew says, so we can't get called out on our shit. And I'm like, exactly. Like, no one literally has not tried or called out Sonia, from what I can remember, this whole season. Like, no one's called out, maybe in the confessional, but like up to her face, they was allowing Sonia to do what she was doing to Drew. You know what I'm saying? So finally, someone stands up and wants you to be held accountable. Of course, it's going to be Kenya, because no one else does the job. And now you mad. Now you can't take the heat. You was doing that shit to Drew the whole season in the beginning. And now when the heat is on you, you don't like it. Nah, I'm not cool with that, Sonia. You need to you need to figure out something, because I am so confused. Like, this whole episode, you were angry. So Sonia was like, in her confessional, oh, Sheree jump ship. Like, how, Sway? Like, what are you talking about? Like, Sheree has an opinion, the same opinion as Kenya, right? So that means that basically they had a valid reason. If Sheree is vouching for Kenya, saying the same thing that Kenya is, which she pretty much hasn't done this whole season, I'm gonna believe that they really felt that way. So how is she jumping ship? Because she doesn't have the same opinion as you? Because she feels differently? Like, I don't understand. That's not jumping ship. That's just having an opinion about something that happened, and I'm gonna call you out on it. As a friend, I'm allowed to do that. Again, Sonia doesn't want to be held accountable. So let's see. Kenny said that she doesn't understand why they're so mad. And I'm like, this is a thing that I don't like with Candy. her ass, if it don't involve her specifically, and if someone's not going in on her, it's kind of like whatever someone else is feeling don't matter, and always when it comes to Kenya, it's like, why you feel that way? I don't understand why she's tripping. She always gives like the benefit of doubt to like the other person in the situation. This whole season, Candy's been like, any situation that Kenya's in, she's gonna try to call her out, or she is taking little digs at her in the confessionals. And I really don't like that, because when it comes to you, at the dinner table, and you turn to Kenya, and she vouched for you when you was getting into it with Marlo, that was easy for Kenya because she's a real friend to you. Candy, I'm not sure about you. I really don't. So we get a sneak peek of Sheree. I don't really care, but she says it's 3 weeks to the fashion show, blah, blah, blah. Next scene. So Marlo takes over the trip, of course, because Sonya's working. So, of course, she's going to ask Marlo to take over, because Sheree, actually, she invites Sheree for the second or third day for the iFit. And so I was confused on this, Sonya, because I'm like, okay, so y'all had a misunderstanding, and then you clear it up with Sheree alone, but Kenya is not supposed to feel a type of way about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, if Sheree and Kenya literally have the same opinion, why are you still mad at Kenya? It doesn't make sense, Sonya. So Sheree ends up going to the iFit shoot, but she pretty much missed the whole shoot. She says the driver got lost. I don't know where these places are, because they have to drive to 2 hours to Kingston, and then they got to drive which ways to all these shoots. So I'm not really sure what happened, but Sheree again missed it, so I guess that was a fail. Sonya again feels bad that there was a misunderstanding, but she says she thought she was bonding with Kenya. I don't really know how you thought you were bonding with Kenya. Besides the group events that you guys been on, I haven't really seen nothing where you guys are bonding. Like, anytime you came to Kenya, it was like, when did you come with Kenya? That Marlo situation, when she hung up in your face, and when she was 2 hours late. So those are the only interactions that I saw of you with Kenya, to be honest with you. So I don't know when this bonding happened, but okay. She says she's tried to be a friend to Kenya, but she tries to do sly shit, all the time. And I'm like sitting here like, when did she try to do sly shit? So, they run the clips back. But see, I'm the type of person, like, I don't believe editing. Like, editing could show me something or show me clips to make me believe a certain way, but that doesn't mean I have to believe it. And a lot of these fans, a lot of people just watch the shows and they just take it and don't think for themselves. No offense to people that watch the shows, but yeah, some of you guys watch the shows but don't really think in depth about it. So I was like, okay, so she does slice shit. So run the footage. She called your food dry. That's not sly shit. That's the truth. Like, if my food is dry at somebody's place, if I go to an event and the food is dry and I say it's dry, that's not me saying slick shit. Like, your food was dry and you didn't cook it. You said it was a caterer. So why you mad? What else? When she went to the car and she was telling you about Marlo, like, come out the car, talk to Marlo, and she's like, girl, get out of my face. Okay. That's not slick. That's not slick. I know the producers is trying to think that's not slick. Like, what are you talking about? You telling me about Marlo. Behind the scenes, we heard that Marlo was talking about her child. So you coming up to me telling me I need to go talk to this woman? Girl, get the fuck out of my face. Exactly, Kenya. So, all right, next footage. She hung up in your face. Okay, I'll give you that one. I could see how that could be kind of, it could be kind of rude, but you had it coming to you. So I'm not really tripping on that. But the producers, giving me those footages, like that sly shit that Kenny did, nah, Sonya deserved that. Sonya been a bitch this whole time on this show. I'm sorry. She's fake. She's phony. She don't know what she doing. She's a do girl. She do whatever Marlo say. And she doesn't have a brain. So I don't really feel sorry for her. So the group ends up eating lunch under this tree because Sonya is up in the room getting dressed or whatever, cleaned up, getting dressed, and they start eating under this tree, and they notice a bird pooping, which is totally gross. So they end up moving to the pool. So we get a scene where Marlo, Monyetta, and Sheree go talk by the pool, and Kenya, Todd, and Candy are in the cabana. Now, right before Monyetta comes, Marlo says some slick shit like, what did she say? Oh, Candy gave Monyetta permission to come, right before she come. And I'm like, wow, like, Marlo's like, she ain't even do nothing to you. And you like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Marlo is like a dangerous, like, friend. Like, she's like that dangerous person because she will literally infiltrate a group and don't like none of you bitches. Like, the simple fact that you said that about Monyetta, and even though it was small, but it told me everything I need to know, because you personally think that Monyetta is a little puppet for Candy, and you said that, and that let me know, oh, okay, so you fake. And then later scene, Monyetta is taking up for you, so I hope she saw that, because Monyetta, you look stupid right now. Like, really do. You know so much, probably more than most of the group, because you real friends with Candy, unless Candy don't tell you. So the fact that you be acting real stupid, like you don't be knowing how Marlo is, it really puzzles me. Don't bring Monyetta back to the show. Please don't. Not even as a friend. She doesn't bring anything to the table. Thank you. Bravo. Let's see. So, of course, Marlo trying to explain herself. Basically, she's upset because Candy interjected while she was trying to beat Ralph down for deciding not to adopt Josiah, I think it is. And so that's basically her gripe with Candy. Like, you just came into my business, and so I had to, throw some low blows at you. But, you brought up my nephews in front of people, talking about my nephews, and, she didn't appreciate that. And I'm going to say this one time. Marlo. Everyone who's saying Marlo kicked her nephews out, that's not talking about your nephews, sweetie. That's talking about you and your actions and your parenting towards your nephews. So please stop this shit when it comes to your nephews. And you talking about, they talking about your nephews. They not talking about your nephews. They talking about your bitch ass. Okay? And you talk about your kids yourself. Marlo, like, are you kidding me? Why do you keep saying kids are off limit when you have said something, and Kenya has said that you came out and said something about her child? So, Marlo, you get no love from me at all. You are dirty, you grimy, you stank, you gutter, you ghetto, you nasty. Ugh. You are not classy. I don't know who came up with calling you classy. You're not even like a fashion, like you're nothing. You're like the gum on the bottom of somebody's shoe, like literally, okay? On the bottom of a Jordan shoe, brand new out the box. You that gum on the bottom of the brand new shoe, okay? That's how you are. So they go on this safari, this little safari ride, I guess, to the water rafting thing. And it was funny because Kenya, she got there and she was like, what is this? Like, I want some action. And Kenya, she's ready to do competition. Anything that's like action, she's always down for it. So I wasn't even surprised that she was disappointed with that. And also, who else? Todd mentioned it too. He wanted to see some action too. So, a couple of them was bored with the rafting because it's basically them on them little bamboo sticks or whatever, just going down the river. It was. I mean, it was boring, but hey, whatever. They got to do it. So the pairing was Kenya and Sheree, Manietta and her husband, Todd and Candy, Sonia and Marlo. Of course, the friends of the show, they probably were in the back. Marlo's friend and Sheree's friend were probably in one by themselves, but we don't care about them. So, of course, they had to pair, the housewives together. So, Sonia and Marlo. Okay, so Sonia and Marlo was talking about and laughing, actually giggling about the fact that Kenya keeps using what she's going through to get out of things. And I'm like, first of all, what does that even mean? Because out of this whole season, what episode are we on? We on episode 15, y'all, right? Count on one hand how many times Kenya brought up the situation. I'll wait. You want to know how many times? 2 that I can remember. When she was talking to Marlo about her, experience, which wasn't even about the divorce. It was just about what she went through as a child. And then when she hung up in your face and she brought up Brooklyn and what she's dealing with her dad. So that's the only time she brought up her family. So how would she keep using that to get out of things? Like, how is that? Because the person that you're literally sitting next to, Marlo, has been doing the exact same thing that you're accusing Kenya of. Like, see, this is my thing with Sonia. Everything I say that she says, like, she literally has done it to somebody else. So she's a fucking hypocrite. She's fake as fuck, okay? And she's a hypocrite because she does stuff, and then when it's done back to her, she don't like it. Or if she's in the same situation where she could see the same situation going on, like that situation where Marlo was nasty, mean, vindictive, and you didn't have shit to say to her. But Kenya gives you attitude, and it's yeah, you nasty, you have an attitude. Like, I'm not understanding it. Just say y'all don't get it, y'all don't really like each other, y'all don't even rock with each other like that. That's it. That's all it gotta be. Like, it's not even that serious. So we get Sheree and Kenya. Man, Sheree is fucking, oh my god. This Sheree, she gotta go too. She's fake as fuck too. I'm sorry. So Kenya is, talking about, she didn't like how Ross stood up and used cuss words, because I'm like, yeah, like I didn't like that shit when it happened. Like, you don't stand up and say don't fuck with my wife. I don't do that shit. Like, okay. But if I would have stood up and started going at you, then it would have been a problem, and then Sonya would have to get in, and then I would have been wrong. You see how that goes? So I think Kenya definitely has a valid point, okay, to say what she said. And if Kenya had a man there, I don't know. I'm not sure that he would have, like, because Kenya and Sheree was there. But if Kenya or Sheree, if it would have been a man there, I'm not sure Ross would have stood up and said what he said, though. I really don't, because I think Sheree's man or Kenya's man would have been like, yo, bro, who you talking to? So that's how I know you did it specifically, because they didn't have no man. Because if they had men, you wouldn't have stood up to Candy, and you wouldn't have stood up to Manietta and said, y'all, don't fuck with my wife. So, no. But Sheree ass talking about, I don't think it was a grandson. Maybe his tone was, a little off. But I don't think he's just trying to protect his wife. That's what husband's supposed to do. Y'all keep conflating issues. Because I know this whole protect black women, protect, your wife, all this protection, and I get that. But that shit is in general terms. We talking about this motherfucking table where they literally are talking to her, giving them opinion about how they feel, and you standing up talking about don't fuck with my wife. Bitch, who the fuck are you? Sit your ass down somewhere. Like, oof, that made me mad, because I would have stood up and said something, and they might have cut it off, but I don't. You can't stand up on me, because I'm gonna stand up right back at you. Okay? So, anywho, so we get a scene where Kenya visits Drew in her room. Kenya, thought she was going, but, disappointed that she can't make it. So she was kind of like, oh, you're not going to be there. And Drew's like, no, my foot's getting swollen. And they showed that ankle is getting kind of thick. It's getting big. So I was wondering, in that Jamaican picture that's floating around on the final dinner, I've been wondering why Drew wasn't there. And I just assumed that it was because she got into it with somebody and she left, but it's because she was injured. So I'm thinking after this dinner, she left to go home. Oh no, actually they probably did that picture at that dinner table. Yeah. So she probably was there, but she wasn't at the dinner. So that's why that picture doesn't have Drew in it. Okay, so Manetta goes to see Candy. Of course, Todd heads down to the bar because that's where Manietta's husband is. And so Manietta and Candy starts to talk about, the conversation that Manietta had with Marlo. And Candy's like, oh my God, like, girl, I already been through this. She do this all the time. Like, I don't want to hear it, because Candy done. Like I said, I'm that type of person. Once you show me who you are, I believe you. I don't have to go do this cycle of shit like 3 or 4 times. Like, I don't have time for it. And so, I'm thinking like, oh my God, Manetta is so stupid and get gullible. And I don't want to call people names, but I'm just saying, in this moment of her intellect, she's acting stupid and gullible, okay? Because don't come to me after you know what's been going on, talking about you bonded with her. Like, are you kidding me, Manetta? Like, no, she can't be on this show. And definitely not a peach holder, because she can't stand alone. She doesn't have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? You got to have strong personalities like Kenya and Candy. Like, you have to have those, because I don't want people just going with the wind. Like, no. Let's see. So everyone makes it to dinner. Everyone wears green. Everyone looks really nice. Candy and who? Marlo, yes, ends up wearing the same shirt, this little fruffy, ugly shirt. It wasn't cute to me. But when Kenya came down, she was like, oh, I saw that shirt. That's an Alexandra McQueen. I was thinking about buying that. I'm glad I didn't. And it was a cute moment because everyone laughed at it. So I thought that was cute. Let's see. So Sonia asked everyone to say their favorite highlight of the trip. I don't know why they put that in, because they only showed Sheree's response, I believe. I hope I didn't miss anything, because I watched the episode on YouTube, and sometimes they might like clip out maybe like a few seconds of the show. So I'm not sure, but I only heard Sheree said that going to the track was her favorite highlight. And then they switched to something else. They started talking about Candy and Marlo's situation. Ugh, God, I'm so sick of this situation. Marlo says she doesn't know. She asked Candy, do you know why I said what I said? And basically, she explains that Drew had told her that Ralph was adopting a child like a week ago. And so when she heard the news that Ralph wasn't adopting, that just kind of like triggered her to kind of, feel a certain type of way. And I'm like, womp, womp, womp. Don't try to explain it. I don't want to hear it. But anyway, they go back and forth. I really don't care about this situation, because I'm going to be honest, I don't like Marlo. So anytime she's in a scene engaging, I really don't give a fuck. Like, I barely wrote anything down because I don't like Marlo on my screen. Okay? I want her off. Ugh. So Candy apologizes for saying what she said. Now, she made it clear, I'm not apologizing for what I said. What I said was true about you kicking out your nephews. But I will apologize for saying it in front of people that, you might not know. You know what I'm saying? And what she said, that famous line she said, I am not Michelle Obama. You go low, I'm going low with you. Okay? And I'm going hell. I'm going hell. Like, that's how far I'm going. Like, I don't even play that. So Todd interjects and says, and leave me the fuck out of it. And I was like, oh, like, not you cussing now. I done already chewed out Ross now. You want me to chew you out, Todd? Like, what the heck? Now, pipe down, okay? And of course Marla was like, oh, now you cussing at me? Like, and Candy like, I see if you say anything, da 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 da. And then I'm looking over at Sonya and Ross, and they got that look on their face like, oh shit, don't bring up last night, because that's not cool. Like, it's not cool what Ross did. And I'm gonna go right back to you, Ross, yeah, and Sonya. Nah, that wasn't cool. All right. So Marlo asked that Candy don't bring up her nephews, and she agrees to it, and that's perfectly fine. So they have a little small talk, small chat, and then Sonya seems like she has a chip on her shoulder, like she want to say something, right? And so she go over, she turned to Kenya. And, what's up, Kenya? What's up, Kenya? Huh? What's up? Now, don't greet me like what's up anything, because to me those are fighting words. Don't what's up me, because first of all, you never greet me like that. I see all y'all ladies, y'all say hi beautiful, hey, how you doing? And now we at the table, what's up, Kenya? Huh? Now if I get defensive, then I'm gonna be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But you talking about some what's up, Kenya? Okay. So then she presents to say that, well, it looks like you want to say something. What are you talking about? I don't have anything to say. Oh, every time I'm talking, you looking down on your phone. I don't even have my phone on me, Sonya. My phone is over there in the bag. Like, what are you talking about? Like, huh? Were you looking at something? Huh? Okay. So now I see what Sonya want an issue. And I'm going to bring it back to, and I didn't mention it in the earlier conversation, but Sheree and oh God, Sonya was walking, and Sonya was discussing how she didn't invite Kenya. Sheree had said, oh, she not gonna like that you invited me today. She gonna have another issue with you bringing me here, and not inviting her. And she's like, that's fine. And I'm like, Sheree, like, for real? Like, are you in Kenya's mind? Like, how she had a problem? So you basically set Sonya up to have an issue with her, because in her head, you done told her she gonna have an issue. Kenya wasn't even saying nothing, not even thinking about you. So what are you talking about, Sonya? Like, you just want to have an issue with Kenya for no reason. What's the issue? So Kenya says, oh, all this ego at the table. And then basically, like, they go back and forth, and I'm like confused, because I'm like, what are you talking about, Sonya? What is the issue? Because after the table, you got up, you left, you invited Sheree instead of Kenya. So what? I don't understand. Like, you the one that's doing the moves. Like, Kenya didn't say anything to you. Okay, Sonya, what's your issue with me? Girl, do y'all know Sonya didn't have an answer for that? Do y'all know Sonya did not have an answer for what the issue is with Kenya? So why are you so mad again? Like, I'm so confused, Sonya. Like, I really am. I'm so confused, because I'm not understanding what the issue is. Like, you guys apologized, the hanging in the face, hang up in the face. She apologized. No, she didn't apologize, but y'all talked about it. Y'all moved on. The only issue now was how she felt at the for feeling like she was disinvited. That's it. But she asked you, and you had the nerve to be like, let me think about it. Girl, you cannot handle Kenya. Girl, when you go after Kenya, you gotta come with some receipts. You gotta you know what I'm saying? That's just like me. You say something about me, you have an issue. What's the issue? What are you talking about? And when when Kenya said intellectually, she basically was stupid. She intellectually can't get her thoughts out. Girl. I was like, did you call her stupid? Like, she can't talk. She can't intellectually talk about the issues. Like, ooh, not her reading her like that. No, Kenya. Oh, Kenya. But anyway, they end that conversation because Sonya didn't have nothing to say. That was just dumb on her part. And then Kenya was like, well, I just have one serious question. Did you buy me a birthday cake? Oh, and Sonya ended up not. Sonya didn't get her no birthday cake. It's so funny. And then at the end, oh my God, we see this fake shit. See, Candy, you know what? Candy, it's a lot of fake people on the show. Marlo, Candy, Sonya, y'all some fake ass bitches. Y'all some fake ass bitches. Okay? At the end of the scene, they going to the airport talking about Marlo and Kenny talking about they smelling some chicken, KFC, some chicken. So I guess, I don't know if Marlo bought some chicken or whatever the case is. They met, and Candy asked for some chicken because her greedy ass want to act like she don't never eat, and she always eating. Girl, the way you act like you eat, I think you would be a little bit bigger than you are. So stop acting like that. Stop acting like you fucking fat. Stop acting like you eat all the time like that. You don't. That's a persona that you just putting out there. But the fact that you ended your problem with Marlo over some fucking chicken? Are you serious? Are you serious? So you back cool because y'all bonded over some fucking chicken. Wow, Candy. I ain't got nothing else to say, y'all. That was the end of the episode. It was cool, I'm just ready for this reunion. I think Candy said it was 3 episodes last week. So this was the one, and I think they got 2 episodes, 1 episode, then the season finale, and then the reunion time. I'm ready to get this shit on the road. I know I heard Kenya said, she didn't like the reunion. That makes me kind of upset because if she didn't like it, that means maybe she didn't do well. You know what I'm saying? I need her to read these girls. I need her to read Sonya. I need her to read Sheree. I need her to read Marlo. Okay? Like, I need you to do your job, Kenya. I need you to do it. Okay? But we gonna be back. I don't know if I'm gonna review the next episode. I just had the time. I know it's been a few weeks since my last episode. I'm trying to push these things out weekly, but y'all, I'm busy. Full-time career, full-time mom, full-time in school right now. Just finished essay and a quiz today, like, for real. So I had a little time, so I did it. So you guys, thank you guys for listening to my podcast. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Talk to you later, you guys. Bye.